Alright, so patch 11.4 is underway along with the new Claw Dagger expansion that has a total of 24 cards, being 4 for each of the 6 factions, and I was able to use all 4 of those new cards in this deck here, okay? Now, they did come at a price because a lot of the combo makers really are high provision cards, so in order to fit them in, Telly and Heist specifically, we actually had to cut Feign Death, which is the elf scenario you're probably used to using, along with Heatwave, so it feels pretty bad. However, this might be a trap. Maybe we're going to be seeing a lot of Heatwaves this season because usually it's a Heatwave month whenever new cards come out. So I don't feel horrible about it. We went on a pretty good record, pretty good run the other day on stream, went 7-1, and I played some more games with live commentary for reference for this deck guide after the fact, and it's still holding true to what it was on stream, so I'm happy with that much. Now, we'll get into it a little bit here. I want to talk about the new cards. We have Telly, so shuffle an allied unit with provision cost of 9 or less to your deck, then play the top elf with a deployability from your deck. So keep in mind 9 or less, right? What we could do is we could put back something that's damaged or something that has to deploy then really doesn't do much other than that. Some good targets would be Bowman. Maybe we take the Purified back so we have one for later. Maybe we put one of these back after the infusion. You know what I mean? There's definitely some options. A lock, right? If we want to save that for later. And then of course we play the top with a deployability. So it could be pretty much anything in the deck. I made sure to play a lot of deploys. We have to be careful that we don't just blind Telly, because if we do that, you know, we're in a bad spot, right? We could pull something we don't want to pull for deployability. So timing is everything with this card. Now, the order's really good. Spawn and play a backup plan. That's another one of the new cards. So backup plan here, damage the last unit played by your opponent by 2 and create a bronze elf with a deployability that was not in your starting deck. So ones that I don't have in my starting deck that I was really hoping to get were the half-elf hunters, because that's a deploy / spawn, which is really nice. And then we have the Dolblethana archers as well. So those would be my go-tos. What I've been finding, because I'm cursed, is that I've been getting some pretty lackluster ones. I've been getting War Dancer a lot. Been getting Blue Mountain Elite a lot. Been getting the Officer a lot. So you got to be careful. There's not always a good pick. But it's still that plus 2 damage. It's not half bad, really. So we have that ability. And at the end of it here, if this unit is prepared, infuse self with at the end of your turn, damage a random enemy by the number of allied prepared units instead. I don't think that we want this unit to be prepared, and I'm pretty sure I made that mistake during one of my games. We just want to have it just played so we can get that, you know? Yeah, and play backup plan if this unit's prepared. I guess it could be like an added thing as well, sure. It's not really that extra. You're really just playing this card for the deploy and then the order, okay? The main order of playing the extra backup plan, but that's that. So then we have Simlas, of course, classic card that you'd have in a deck like this. We have play all copies of a bronze special card from your deck. Don't get the wrong idea, we're not going for battle preps, we're still going for waylays here. We want to make sure that we have the big waylay swings so that we're getting a lot of control on the board and getting a lot of points on our side of the board, right? A lot of bodies. So that's the idea. Heist is really interesting. This card has Echo, so it can be played twice in a match. You often don't have the board state to play it twice, so it's got me thinking, is it worth it? However, when it does work, it can play for a lot of points, and I'll explain. So with this one here, trigger the deployability of a non-veiled, non-prepared, non-neutral soldier, agent, or bandit, and then infuse it with prepared category and banish self. So units that were played this turn cannot be targeted. That doesn't mean units that we played this turn are immune. It means they can't be targeted by the cargoes. So what you have to do, for example, is play something. The following turn, you can use a cargo on it. So what I like to use this on is Vernociel, we can do an extra swing of damage. So let's say the whole board's full of Deadeyes, we can go click this and get a bunch of damage on the opponent's side of the playing field, right? That's a really good trade, and that's only one of the tokens. We can do it on Venedane, we can get an extra 2 Waylays. And if we have a Purify in hand, we can actually Purify either of them and do it again. So that already almost plays for its provisions, and that's not even on the Echo. So that's why it's hard to justify taking this out of the deck. It's because it's just so good when it works, right? We could do it on Isengrim as well. Being able to boost all the elves, that's a huge deal. We could do it on locks. We could do it on deploy damages. We could do it on infusions. We could do it on flips. There's so many different things we could do here. Okay, but it's gotta be bandit, soldier. What are the ticks? Soldier, agent, bandit. Remember that, right? So pretty cool stuff. But yeah, it makes the cut. It's a good card. Vernociel just makes sense in a deck like this. I tried it with Feign Death and without Vernociel, and I felt like the Vernociel version was overall more consistent. So you're either using this for damage on melee, and you're getting a large spread of damage, or you're using it on ranged if the board state doesn't really have much going on. Maybe a shorter round, and we just get the Deadeyes off that. Right, you guys all know Venedane, we talked about him here, just to reproduce Waylays, and then when we use it and we have him on the board, we're getting an extra spawn of a Deadeye on the same row as him, so it's quite effective. We have Ailerin for a Thin. If we have 5 Elves on the board, this is going to come out of deck, helps with consistency, helps with points, helps with reach. I have Arcane Tome because I'm finding that if we miss a couple cards, it could be very bad for us. I want to be able to get the Echo with Heist or the Oneiromancy, but I don't want to go and waste my time and provisions playing Lady of the Lake, because there are already a lot of cards I don't want to play, or I want to play, but I don't have room for in the deck. Like Yaevinn would be one of those ones, right? We don't have room for Yaevinn. Where is he? See, he's hiding. But yeah, Yaevinn's here at 7 somewhere. Oh my gosh, where is he? Right here. So we don't have room for him, we don't have room for Heatwave, we don't have room for Feign Death. That's why, again, we gotta save where we can. Arcane Tome makes the cut for those. Can also play some battle or backup plans, right? If we want to just get that out of the deck and make sure we have everything taken care of, we could just kind of toss the book back and forth. So Lock's good to have. I want to make sure that when we're playing the top deploy card, it's a good one. Maxi helps with this, right? Off the order here, but also Maxi just makes sure we don't brick the Waylay combo, so I'm liking that play quite a bit here. And the rest pretty much sets itself. I think Squirrel is necessary to have because if we banish an Echo card, that can make a big difference for the opponent. I know there's a couple Echo cards right now, and if not, tutors for really busted locations, you gotta have answers for that. So this is how it is here. Hopefully you guys understand how to play the deck. If you don't by now, let's get into the gameplay. Maybe that'll help even further. I have 4 games with live commentary for reference, and if you find this content useful, please subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. And if you have any suggestions for a new video, any requests you want to do, let me know in the comments below, because we're going to be covering everything in this patch. So that's pretty much it. Let's get into it, guys. See you in the next video. Thank you. All right, so we have Northern Realms coming up here. And I think this is going to be the very abusive location deck where there's just a bunch of million-point Dwims, so we have to be careful about that. If I can get my engine set up early, that's good. I don't know if I need Trickster, but it's not like it's really... It's not like it's really that bad. Maybe we can just play one of them here. The hand itself looks pretty good. I'm not swarming too much, so I don't think Isengrim is appropriate. Having Simlas in case they take a squirrel is pretty good. Yeah, we'll put back one of the Tricksters and we'll maybe put back the Bowman. We'll see what it is here. I want to get these 2 online as soon as possible.
I will not let this become a second Sodden.
Little bit of a slow tempo turn for them, but they're planning for some big things, I'm sure of it. So with that being said, let's just get these down ASAP.
May your sword and arm be one.
And I'm not going to click this because we want to make sure we at least have the order first so we can cool down, right? Of course you have offering. I guess that makes sense. If they're looking to do a bunch of deck boost stuff, they have to have offering. So I could play a Trickster then. Take, clog the roll up a little bit. When an ally unit gains status, I guess that's fine.
Now we will see who is weak. The quill is mightier than the sword.
The only thing we can really do with that is lock it.
Yaevinn will guide us.
We'll start chipping at it though. Aileron comes out. It's looking kind of good for us now. That's going to be for the Radovid. I'm sure of it. So what do? We just have to... We have to kill it. I think that was a pretty successful round one. I didn't overextend. And we got what we needed. But we might have to push a little bit here, otherwise we overswarm in a long round 3, so... We get Heist access, we get Alyssa access. I feel like that's kind of good. We'll go and take this first.
This is our land,
We gotta put her back though.
welcome here.
If anything, we have to put back the Arcane Tome and just make a choice with Oniro. I don't think we're playing Heist in this round. I think we're just going to take Alyssa. Well, now we kind of have to. Here's what we'll do. We'll take Tome into it, just so that we can get more thinning done. It's going to be a crazy round 3.
No bacon bits, no butter.
We could play the Tricksters again. I don't mind. Offering does not work. I guess they just want to take a thin. So... shuffle an ally. I mean, we probably just do this then, right? Just put these back. Sure, it's fine. Take this. Trickster comes out. Or not Trickster, but backup plan. shuffle an allied unit. We can't do that yet. I think it has to have non-prepared, right? No, it doesn't state. I'm surprised. Okay, the defender was probably just made off of the,
Mark mine.
Do we want to do this? I mean, we might as well. I should have done that, then that for 1 extra point, come to think of it. But I think we're okay.
Do not test my patience.
That's 15 points. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Elven has shown us the way.
The forests are not yours!
Unbelievable. We'll take Isengrim first.
Right-head Sparley.
17 points on the boost is pretty good.
Traveling is
They
not
misplayed that,
one of the best ones.
and there we go. I think we would have had them in a pretty good spot anyways, guys. Alright, we have
We've left.
Deadeye ambush coming up here next. We go second. I think in the mirror match, you definitely like to go second. So I'm feeling confident about that much. Okay. Now we can put back Aileron, so we have push. We have 2 of these, which is ideal. I don't know if I'm going to need Trickster. Actually, it'd be pretty good if they played one of these. They're probably playing around a Bowman, so we'll take the mulligan there, and then, yeah, we should just be fine. Lady into Oniro into Venedane. Oh. To the scenario into
Then, don't budge.
Now we
kind of messes up the plan, doesn't it? No Aileron. I guess they have Lady of the Lake instead.
May your sword and arm be one.
We'll just float one of these here, and just, honestly, when I start seeing this type of play, it makes me just think that maybe, you know, it's not worth it. What I don't like about this play, especially when you're running Feign Death, is this. So now it just doesn't work, you know? At most, what I can do here is maybe, I don't want them to flip and get value, so we'll just click him. I'm going to take out your Nero. Good luck. These might be worth saving. Maybe I'll just play a Trickster and get out kind of thing.
for the Daisy of the Valley.
Oh dear. My pointy-eared clumsiness did it again.
Becomes increasingly difficult to play into a round where they put out 40 points in 4 turns and you've got 4. So we pass here because we know that's going to be their tempo pass. And we just have to defend. I think we'll do a pretty well job of defending this because, you know, the first waylay split has been made. And then no Neuromancy makes it more difficult for when they put back the Alyssa. So we'll see how it goes here. I don't think I need Sappers. 2 of these for 2 of these is really good. We have a lot of depth in this hand here. I'm feeling pretty confident with this. Actually, we draw most of what we need, so I think I'm just gonna keep it. So they want to go for it? Okay. I'm just gonna start off with this here. Sure. Again, I don't think they're going to bleed. I just gotta be careful here. Shuffle. We'll save that.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
I can go Neuromancy into the Arcane's home into Heist. Just because we have it now for the Echo. Whether or not we use it though that's a different question, but at least we get back these 2 Echoes, which prevents us from getting bricks as easily here. So 1 and 2, I guess we keep Maxi. All we really need from this point is maybe a lock. Verno, these come out by themselves. Maxi can help us top deck better for what we're going to be playing. The top deploy unit's going to be this one. I think that's better than this. We'll just keep it the way it is for now. Because it's likely going to be the Onero into the Verno. Dwarf package. It's kind of a big deal. Damage last played by 2 kills it. And then hopefully we get some kind of spawn thing. Damage, boost. We'll take that so we could use them throughout the round. I also don't want to give them too many targets to damage at this point. So they did brick. We got what we needed here. That's damage on melee. Is that what we want to do? Play this first.
Dreadfully sorry. Silly me.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. Because it'll go to 1 power, and then we'll take it. And then we know we're going to be getting a bowman. Oh, I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Because now we could just hit that, right? If they're hovering over the card, are they playing the card? Because they would know what it does otherwise, right? Can I? Maxi goes back.
I'm so tired.
I'd probably just purify my own. That's kind of nasty.
I never miss.
Then try it again. Jeez. Oh, and it's not over yet, really. Oh no, I'm gonna brick. Here, we gotta play this. I was gonna take Isingram there, but I think it's all right.
Drive the ape men into the sea.
Overswarming could be an issue. I don't think it's gonna be that bad though. You know what else we don't need? It's Alyssa. We just had so many things we had to mulligan back. I guess backup plan would be an alternative, but I think backup plan is probably not the move. 3-6. That's a lot of stuff we're going to be killing. Honestly, I'm going to play Alyssa here because I think I'd rather them actually kill off my tokens opposed to just having them at 4p, because then we can just replenish. You know, we're not that tight for space. It looks bad. Especially if they take offensive Verno. That must be a Yaevinn they're going for. Yaevinn for the 5 in the back? Yeah. No way. Why wouldn't she... Like, I mean... I guess it's not really doing anything else, but... Alright, I'll tell you what. We're just gonna do the Isingram.
The only good human is a dead human.
Because the board state's not as actually, like...
Only one with no scent would trust the word of a
Racists.
Now we take the, yeah. We'll definitely take some less now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gotta stay patient.
At 2 centuries, you behave like you were barely one.
We're gonna overswarm though, unfortunately.
For the daisy of the valley!
Which is fine. I think we've already won. And I'll just take Oniro into backup plan, at least to get points off it. I feel like a lot of this is just who can sort out their combo the best. If they take Isingram here, that's decent, but it's not as good as ours was. If they take Verno here and they hit a 1, we're playing an actual unit. So I think they have to take... it's probably going to be defensive Verno. Yeah, they just know it's done at this point. And we have Guerilla Tactics coming up here next. Decent round 1 hand. Heist for Venedane. Lots of things we can mulligan. We have a Purify for poison, or a Purify for prepared. That's even better. I think this hand's good.
The Scoia'tael must the woods abandon. Join us instead and defend the valley.
We hope they don't take poison right now, because if they do, then I can't pull off my combo. What I need to do... That's annoying too. Because you can't trigger the deployability of and infuse it with, so you won't be able to get the infusion, right? I think that's what it means. I'm pretty sure I can use it without getting the infusion. Trigger the deploy. Can you trigger the deploy off a cargo if it's locked? I guess it'll show me. I'd be willing to use one box to check, but that's important to know. Are they playing Golden Neck or with the Roach? That's what I'm thinking at this point.
Are you fucking kidding me? Catnip instead of crowns?
So you can't.
Blue Mountains!
Just an FYI. Honestly, though, this kind of works out because we could literally purify the infusion and do it again. We have 2 more. This might be a record. We've got 4 in deck, 2 in hand. We're at 6. We could do 8 at least.
Humans are scum. I prefer elves, dwarves.
I don't think we can keep up with this much longer. That's 4 points per turn. Yeah, there's no shot. We have to pass. I would have liked to be able to spend this just to get it out of the way. It's clean things up, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's worth it. So we got the 3, 6, 7, and then if we need to, I guess we could put that back. If I don't draw Alyssa, I don't feel really bad about it. We just have to make sure we're actually drawing decent cards now. This is a pretty big liability, right? Put that back now. If I get 1, it's not the end of the world. I have my first Oniro, which could just be the Alyssa. If I need to. I would like to get a Purify, though. Honestly, I think Bowman goes. That's a lot of points.
Humans are not to be trusted.
You've talked enough.
Let's get that Purify going here. Oh no, we spent it! That's what I meant to do. Take the thin, that's exactly what we're trying to do, ha. Whatever.
Peace with humans? I buy that.
I'll get it done. Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
I don't see a 2-0 here. They're gonna push it back, okay.
Onward, Fryhead!
Your tricks will not save you, Dwarf.
I'm really just waiting. So they played the unicorn combo.
Ye who wander on the gale, ye we summon, ye we call.
Now they need Simlas. I guess I have to. It's kind of annoying that I have to, but...
Why should I, an elf, a sage, converse with an ape?
Time for you to die, Dwarf! Cursed racists! If I'm to die, I'll
Let's just get rid of Siri, even though we feel bad about wasting.
Elren has shown us the way.
We shall drive the ape men into the sea.
We get rid of the card advantage, and then we deny a lot of value for the Gaten. I think that's pretty good. And they spent all their movement stuff in round 1. Or a lot of it in round 1 at least. If I can pull an archer, then we're doing big things. That's pretty good too, though.
Look what the werewolf dragged in.
So what they're trying to do is move these 3. That's 3 points on this. Then they have Gaten. And then they're gonna... We should be decent here. We'll do the cargoes. Really depends on the board state. Okay, Teshem. Sure. 2 vitality, 35. Doesn't keep them ahead. Two. Sure.
Your magic can't harm me. No magic
My top
can.
deck's looking decent, right? We get these 2, and I think that's just enough to win the game. And no points unaccounted for. We're good. They play Gaten. It moves back, what, 7 units? And then, so it's a 14-point play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, and that. It's 18. Math's hard.
The only good human is a dead human.
Full leader, plus I don't think we're going to make it to the end of the game. Yeah. Alright, we got Mahakam Forge coming up here next. This could be a good tech for... Not a lot. There's a lot of armor. It's pretty slow. You get rid of the Oneromancy. That's done. Put this back for now. That's good. We'll float this for now. Get the order. Then put down Venadane. I wonder what's up with the manlet.
This is our land, Dwan.
I think this goes. And maybe Maxi, because I think Tome is just nice. We could thin things out. Matlit's kind of expensive. Unless you have one of those. I don't want to waste much. We'll just do that. And then... And then at least next turn we could ping it, and then we could just hit that with the other waylay.
We will take back what was stolen.
I actually thought of an idea for dwarfs right now. You can go and you could take the cargo on the resilience and then get it into both rounds, which could be kind of nasty. So we'll kill that. And I think I'm willing to use a Purify here. Seven armor. That's a tough one. So we'll probably go and take Tome into Oniro into Alyssa. Or Heist. But Alyssa seems more appropriate just because we don't have one of them in hand. Okay, that's fine. Three waylay are okay. Could still use Alyssa to put one back. Let's just get a feel for what they're doing here first. A long round against dwarves with armor seems like a problem, you know? That pushes me out so quick. They squirreled the one waylay? Yeah, so we're only getting 3. Decent. I could do multiple locks. We'll save one for the Brewer.
We'll pay men back for their persecution. Dreadfully sorry. Silly me.
The squirrel feels bad. Yeah, it's coming soon. Okay. I figure we get a lockdown, and then if they take a purify, we get a lockdown again. But we have to do it in this order, otherwise it won't work. Yeah. I never see Bruver on the left side, or the right side rather. It's supposed to be on the left, I think. Wow. It's a lot to keep up with.
Humans are not to be trusted.
I like that it actually moves it as well. They're still up by nearly 30 points. Yeah, what do you even do here? I guess we just go for the extra lock. Take the boost here.
I seek victory, not glory.
Pretty big lead for them. However, we still have the swarm payoff, right? It's just all the armor makes it that much more difficult. By 2. Is it ever just time to play Simlas here?
Only one with no sense would trust the word of a drunk.
Racists. For the daisy of the valley!
We know that they have row stack payoffs they're likely going to want to play. That's the problem. They might have a Heatwave. I haven't seen an Oniro or anything like that yet. I'm counting the provisions they're spending. It's quite a lot within the Zoltan and the Monroe. Shuffle an ally, put the top deploy. I think we got to be careful before we do that. Does this let me trigger the deploy of a non-veiled on? Yeah, soldier? No, it won't work like that. Shuffle an ally. It's gonna be... I think it's still gonna be this now.
No mercy!
For Mahakam!
You see anyone? You make sure they
Trigger the
don't see
deploy ability. Probably do that first. Then we'll take this. And then we'll shuffle it back. Or maybe we just shuffle back the squirrel. Because it's not doing anything for me. Doesn't even matter here. We should be able to get this win. Because let's say they have an Igni, or they take... Okay. Shuffle. At this point, it's going to be the 3, right?
No bloodshed. Got that?
Whoops a daisy. How utterly inept of me.
We just take Vernal. We just play the, yeah. If they Heatwave that, they're dead on board. Okay. Trigger the deployability. You can't really do a whole lot. We could do this. And then just go for one of these.
Oh dear. My pointy-eared
We
clumsiness
play-
at it again.
Did I mess up?
The forests are not yours!
Yeah, we're good.